Honorable colleagues, I put the question.
Under the ongoing policy on rationalization of government agencies and public expenditure, most institutions have registered challenges in their respective budgets. Accordingly, 6 institutions require that their former budget is transferred to the final destinations. 5 require reallocations, and some, which called for creation of new departments, required fresh subventions.
Honorable Speaker, we are required to reallocate budgets and revise the work plans.
This called for a supplementary of a tune of 1.243 trillion shillings, including recurrent of 297.06 billion, development of 940.097 billion, and statutory of 7.066 billion. The votes under recurrent budget requiring transfer of funds include NIRA, which accommodated the Civil Registration Services, Uganda National Meteorological Authority, UNIMA, under the Ministry of Water and Environment, UNRA and Uganda Road Fund under the Ministry of Works and Transport, among others.
I would like to remind colleagues, Registrations Bureau transferring to NIRA, according to them that they are moving from a lower salary scale area to a higher scale salary scale. So their request was to have an additional 713 million for wage. The committee said no, at this stage, we are not addressing that. We are addressing the reallocation of already voted monies.
This supplementary has been passed amid opposition as some MPs objected additional funds, yet RAPEX was moved to reduce expenditure.
But you find in full disregard of the law and the dictates of the Constitution, we rush to rubber stamp a supplementary budget which should have gone through a process where the issues being proposed are reviewed and are aligned to a chart of fiscal responsibility and government development plans. This was not done.
In my humble opinion, there would be no need going through the due processes under Rule 153. The reason why I have moved under Rule 16, that 153, 3, 4, and 5 be suspended in order for us to proceed.
This accused the presiding officer of being biased.
You remember that during the supplementary for the motion for Rocco, he did the same thing. And the most unfortunate thing is that Parliament and members of Parliament were not allowed to exercise their mandate in proposing reductions and amendments to the figures as proposed for supply.
I had some members saying we don't want this money to be passed for roads to be worked on and so on. No, that's not our issue. We want roads to be worked on, we want healthcare to be attended to. That's why we produce a good alternative budget saying, can we allocate money to these areas? But what we are saying is we want money to be passed the right way and then eventually properly accounted for. So they should stop blackmailing us saying you don't want this money to be passed.
Minister Musasizi defends the process, saying that the procedures have been well followed and harmonized at both the committee level and plenary. Musasizi educated the critics on the procedures that did not call for new funding, but instead shift funds from the affected agencies.
And basically what we reported was the harmonized position, with nearly all the members who attempted to oppose the motion. What were we seeking? We were not seeking anything new. We were seeking to move money from the votes which collapsed because of rationalization to take money where the functions have gone. So there is nothing that required gunpoint or anything. It was something normal.
Musasizi criticized the issue of derailing the presiding officer on unwanted procedure.
And not fair. For some of our colleagues stand procedure, even when there is no major point to put across.
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.